to the book of Exodus. If you are there, say you are there.
We are there.
Exodus. Digna Felicity, you do the reading for me. The book of Exodus chapter 33, from the verse 1 to the verse 3. Then you jump from the 12 to the last verse. Amen.
Exodus chapter 33, from verse 1
to 3. Then you jump from the 12 down to the last verse.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, Unto thy seed will I give it. And I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, the Hittite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, the Jebusite, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. Now I jump to 12. Amen.
Amen.
And Moses said unto the Lord, See, thou sayest unto me, Bring up these people, and thou hast not let me know whom thou wilt send with me. Yet thou hast said, I will know thee by name, and thou hast also found grace in my sight. Now therefore, I pray thee, I have found grace in thy sight. Show me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight. And consider thou this nation is thy people.
Amen.
Amen. Go forward. 14.
Continue.
And he said, My presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest. And he said unto him, If thy presence go not with me, carry us not up hence. For wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight? Is it not in that thou goest with us? So shall we be separated, I and thy people, from all the people that are upon the face of the earth. 17. And the Lord said unto Moses, I will go with this thing also that thou hast spoken, for thou hast found grace in my sight, and I know thee by name. Then 18. And he said, I beseech thee, show me thy glory. And he said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee, and I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. The 20. And he said, Thou canst not see my face, for there shall no man see me and live. And the Lord said, Behold, there is a place by me, and thou shalt stand upon a rock. And it shall come to pass, while my glory passeth by, and I will put thee in a cleft of the rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. And I will take away my hand, and thou shalt see my back part, but my face shall not be seen. Amen.
Amen. To those of us that used to come to morning devotion might be acquainted with this very story of mine. I used to say, and I love it so much because it has been so good unto me. Amen.
Amen.
Many years ago, though my stay in the city is not quite long, but it's many years, I was walking around the city. That where I was by then, and I had an appointment also in the ministry, in the church. I was calculating that I should go to the house, pull down my luggage, my things, get something to eat, and come back to the church. But I calculated and I found out that I said, if I go to the house, my coming back to the church, time will fast spent. So I decided to get to one shop to get some bread, get some drinks, sit under some garden, eat, and come back to the church. So I tried to take a step. while I was walking to cross the road to where they sell the bread. I was standing just right beside a zebra crossing. I was just standing right in front of the zebra crossing, and my eyes was on the light. And as I was standing, I don't know if this has happened to you before, that you'll be looking on something that you find shadows moving in and out. That was what happened. I found that the shadows were moving in and out, but my eyes was on the traffic light, focused on the traffic light, but I find shadows going in and out. Then suddenly the light changed for me to cross the road. So it changed, then I crossed. Now while I was crossing the road, what I heard was the horn of the cars and sounds of people shouting that I should stop. Not the while I was standing there, the light was green and it turned to red before I was crossing. I was so tired with my yesterday. I was so confused of what I was going through by then, and I was so occupied with the things of the past that I forgot to notice what lied before me. This is why I'm sharing a message with you, a new chapter of my life.
Hallelujah.
I was so occupied with what I was going through. I was so fixed with my yesterday that I refused to notice what lies ahead of me. You may think I'm saying about my traffic light, but I'm talking about life. That light I'm fixing in a corner, that you notice that you have been fixed in a deep place where you forget to mix the mark of God, which has been said concerning your life. Light I'm fixing in a place that you forget to notice the chapter that God is opening in your life. You might be in a place whereby things will fill up your mind, that all that you know is that there's no way. That life fixing your corner, fixing your wall, where all hope is being lost, where all trust is being disappeared in your life, that you have nothing within you, you have no strength within you, that you miss the mark of the blessing of God ahead of you, which caused many people to fall in a place of depression and commit suicide. But I'm here to talk to somebody that the traffic light was red, I was crossing, but my eyes was on the light, but my mind was off from the light. You can be on this earth where your eyes may be on wide open, looking at things, but your mind is off from the earth. For you to miss the chapter which God is opening in your life. From when we just went for the book of Exodus, the chapter 33. If you can also follow me very well, you find out that Exodus 33 was written right after 32. And in Exodus 32 was one of the lowest moments in the life of the people of Israel. It was a time that they lost their confidence in the Lord. They lost all their hope, all their trust in the Lord. Now for you also to understand this very 32 of the book of Exodus, they need to go down where it all started. Because you cannot have a solution to a problem without knowing its root or cause. Amen. Amen. The Bible says it came to pass that there was a new Pharaoh that knew not Joseph. And he taught us much wise that we should deal wisely with these very people. So now they have favored the people of Israel, those that were already in bondage, those that were already in affliction. The Bible says they increased their pain even the more. Then we came to chapter 14. From the 14 where God now released the people of Israel from the land of Egypt through the wilderness. From the 14 just to the 16, only 2 chapters in their life, and the children of Israel were already complaining. They were already murmuring that why did you bring us here to die? Why are we here? Were there not graves in Egypt that we can be buried in there? Were there no food in Egypt we can eat, and after we can be buried also? Why did you bring us here? Now this people murmur against God. Such has been our life as a Christian. We are in this city and in this world, and we murmur, we complain bitterly unto God. That God, why am I going through this very life? That why things are so hard unto me? Why things are not moving the way that it needs to go? That we complain bitterly and we murmur bitterly. And this was the lifestyle of the people of Israel.
Amen.
They complain so bitterly. And we have been complaining bitterly of our lives. Why am I in this situation? Why am I in this life? Why am I in this city? What did you put me here to do? What is the vision of my life? What is the purpose of my staying here in this country? And we complain so bitterly. Then God moved them to the chapter 19. If you're true sons and daughters of this ministry, you'll find that the book of Exodus chapter 91 is one of the verses that we don't joke with. The Bible said that God now talked to Moses to gather the people of Israel on the mount called Sinai. Now unto this man, the Bible said they should fast for 3 days. But on the 3rd day, the Lord is coming down unto them. The Bible says so that he told Moses that cover the mountain where the people are with a thread, and make sure no one crosses in or crosses out. Even if an animal crosses that very line, may that very animal be killed. The Bible says so that when the Lord was coming down, the mountain was not able to stand. There was a shaking, and there was a thundering. The Bible says so there was a thick cloud over the Mount Sinai.
Hallelujah.
When the Lord was coming down to speak unto his children.
Amen.
From the 1920, the Bible made me understand that now God now gave the people of Israel his law, his instruction, his commandments, that they should follow his precepts, that they may know that he is a God that has called them from Egypt, and he has said what he has said concerning their life, and he will bring to pass.
Amen.
In the chapter 20, now God now gave the people of Israel the 10 commandments vocally. They know the instruction of the living God, what the Lord likes and what the Lord don't like. On top of it all, the Lord said, thou shalt not worship any other God.
Amen.
We complain bitterly, as I just said earlier on. Now why am I going through this thing? Now there are things in our life that become God now that we worship.
Tell us.
There are things in our families that become gods unto us that we worship. But in all, we complain. The people of Israel complained so bitter. Then God said, for these people to know that I'm so sure of what I said unto them on Mount Sinai, must come unto me with the elders of the people of Israel by the name Aaron, Abihu, and the 70 elders come unto Mount Sinai in the chapter 24. The Bible says now God now gathered these people and they dined with God. They sat down, they eat, they were on the feet of God and they were eating. Then God now called forth Moses and said, come unto me, leave this one behind. Then I will give you the 10 commandments on the tablet. What I said unto them vocally, I'm going to write them on a tablet for them to know I'm not joking with my instruction. We serve the living God without no fear. We serve God with what we like to do. But what the Lord has said concerning his word are yea and amen. The Lord means business with his children. When the Lord said it's A, it's A.
Hallelujah.
He said, Moses, come top of the mountain. Leave these ones there. and come unto me, that I don't want them to know that what I said, I mean it. On top of it all, Moses now went to the mountain, and he was with the God that delivered them from Egypt. Then we come to the chapter 32. In the chapter 32, the Bible made me understand that the children of Israel now constrained Aaron and said unto Aaron, this man Moses that brought us out from Egypt, we don't know what has become of him. So now you, this man, Aaron, make unto us a God that we may worship. For we don't know what has become unto this very man Moses. So Aaron now told them that they should bring down their earrings from their daughters, from their sons, and they should bring them. So while they brought them, the Bible says so that, and Aaron made a calf. And he gave unto them, and they built an altar. And he told them, tonight you shall sacrifice unto the living God, for this is the God that brought you out from Egypt. So whilst Moses was on the mountain, they people were down doing their own thing. Whilst God is answering our prayers, we are also down on this earth doing our own thing. That there is no God, that if God will answer me, but then I will pray before he comes. Then we do things on our own way. Things that we need not to do is what we do. They constrain Aaron to make a calf unto them. We face our leaders in a position whereby they cause us to miss the mark of God in our life. Then now on the mountain, God said unto Moses, these children that you brought out from Egypt are turning their back against me. So now it became misunderstanding between God and Moses. God said they are your children. Moses said they are your children. God said they are your children. And Moses said they are your children. And God now tapped the shoulder of Moses. Said, go down and talk to them. Unless they want to see my wrath. Then it came to pass when Moses came down, when he saw what was going on, and the people of Israel were worshiping this very calf, he threw down the 10 commandments. And when he break the 10 commandments on the floor, the wrath of God was released. And in the wrath of God, the Levites were asked to gather themselves with a sword in their hand. And the Bible said that very day 3,000 souls were being killed. And while 3,000 souls were being killed in the chapter 32, God now also released his plagues upon them to constrain them, for them to know that I am the Lord God that I change not.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That was in chapter 32. Then we come to the chapter 33. Then God said unto Moses, call the children, move into where I promised your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, where I promised them I'm going to give them the land that flows with milk and honey. God said, move. To somebody hear my voice this morning, that a new chapter is being opened in our lives. Amen. That we have been so stuck with our yesterday, amen, that we don't know how the chapter was or how the chapter is. But God is telling us this morning that move from where you are to where he has prepared for you. That a new chapter is being opened in your life. But that was bad. The people of Israel did not know what the Lord was doing in their life. They were so heavy with the Lord that which they lost in chapter 32. They were so heavy with the death that took place in chapter 32. They were so disappointed of losing the covenant which God has with them in chapter 32. They were thinking and don't know what the Lord is going to do in chapter 33. So when God now said unto Moses, told them to move, they were still in their mess. To somebody, my boy, this morning, things might be so hard for you. Things might not go on well for you. Family are demanding a lot from you. Projects down home are not going on as you prepare, as you plan. But this morning, the Lord is telling you a new chapter of your life is being opened. I believe I can have 5 people here in this room that can say this year 2017 has not been so good unto me. I fast, I pray from January and things are not going on well. From January now to August, and what I even prayed before the living God is still not yet being answered. But I'm here to tell you this morning, to shout on you, to blow horn on you, that is standing behind the traffic light, that don't go and remain in your mess, but rather the Lord is opening a new chapter in your life. In chapter 32, they missed the mark. But in chapter 33, God said move. In chapter 32, they were in sorrow. But in chapter 33, God said move. In chapter 32, they were crying. But in chapter 33, God said move. In our yesterday, we were mourning. But today, God said prepare yourself and move. There was so fixed and stuck in there yesterday. I don't know what you are going through. I don't know what has been so good and so heavy on you as a burden. But if the Lord will cause the horn and people to shout on me for me to see, let me also to tell you what the Lord has prepared for you. Don't try to miss it. For a new chapter is opening in your life. There are 3 things that I want you to understand. When God was talking to Moses, Moses laid down 3 things that I want to share with you. 1, that your past is not greater than the promise of God concerning your life. Amen. No, you do not understand. Amen. I said your past is not greater than the promise of God concerning your life. Amen. Your past is not greater than what the Lord has said concerning your life. Because their past, they thought it was greater than what the Lord has said concerning their life. So they were mourning, they were weeping, but God said, get yourself up. Don't stay in this place. Just move to a new chapter which has been opening unto you. In anything that you go through, when life hits you so hard, when things become so rough in your life, always just remember that your past is not greater than the promise of God concerning your life. Amen. They lost the mark in chapter 32, but they will see a new chapter in their life, chapter 33. They lost the covenant which they had with God, but they will see another one in chapter 33. I'm here to tell somebody this morning that you know indeed, as still as you saw rough from January to now, you don't even know that tomorrow is going to be a new day in your life. Amen. But trust and believe you me, a new chapter is being opened in your life once again. Amen. For you to know where you stand in life and where the Lord is preparing you onto. Now, He is so faithful that what he has said concerning your life, he will bring you to pass. That our past is not greater than the promise of God concerning our lives. The Bible says so. As we used to quote from the book of Psalm, that weeping may endure for the night, and joy comes in the morning. And we used to quote that very verse to console one another. When one loses relative or people around us, we use such verse to console ourselves. And sometimes you quote it out of context, and we give out to people just to console ourselves in that very particular moment in which we are going through. But in the life of these people, they complete that very verse. The Bible says the wrath of God was upon them. But in the chapter 33, they experienced the mercy of God. They experienced the wrath of God in the chapter 32. But they experienced the mercy of God in chapter 33. In the book of Psalm, the chapter 30, from the verse 5, it says, the wrath of God is yet but for a moment. His mercies are for lifetime. But since his wrath is yet for a moment, and his mercies are for a lifetime, he said, sorrows may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I'm here to tell somebody, the wrath of God is so heavy on your life, and these people experience in the chapter 32, but in the morning they experience the message of God. Then what I want you to know and understand that each and every day of our life, God is so faithful. If his messages are for a lifetime, then he's so faithful. You wake up in the morning, as you enter your bathhouse, and you open your tap and you find the water was coming out. That's the faithfulness of God. You wake up in the morning, you went into the kitchen, you open your fridge, and you find the fridge is being full up. That's God is faithful. All right. You wake up in the morning that there's no sickness around your life, then you find God is faithful. I know somebody said this morning, that I tell unto me that God is so faithful unto me. He's faithful. He's faithful. Indeed, God is being faithful. I know why he's not clapping, and I know why she's not clapping. Because they can pretend that there's no chapter 32 in their life. But I didn't know there's chapter 32 in your life, that you find out God has been so faithful. He's so faithful. They experience the wrath of God, and his mercies are for lifetime. And since his mercies are for lifetime, so may come. The Bible didn't say not come. So may come. But in the morning, and to Christian family members, in the morning, and to somebody, in the morning, the Bible says joy. I don't know what you are going through, but I'm here to tell you that in the morning, a new chapter is being opened in your life. And that is the faithfulness of God in your life. Moses said unto God, if your presence don't go before me, don't tell me to live with these people to follow you. Moses, what at all do you want to see from God once again? You heard God speaking to you. You saw him in a burning fire. But you see, he said, if your presence don't go before me, I'm not moving. But God said something. Because he's so faithful and he's so righteous, he says so. That no one can see my face and live. If a Bible scholar, you understand that when the Bible says walk, it's talking about standing firm. Standing firm in your predicament. You stand firm in your atrocities, things that are going on badly in your life. You stand so firm. When things are so rough in your life, you stand so firm. Bible said, and there is a rock just right beside me, and I will place you upon the rock. Amen. So one, always remember that your past is not greater than the promise of God concerning your life. Yes. Two, that you need to seek God in a manner that you have never experienced it before. God said, my presence cannot go before thee. And he said again, if so, then show me your glory. One, your past is not greater than the promise of God concerning your life. Two, you seek God in a manner that you have never seen him before. When the Bible says so, that seek him first, the kingdom of God, and its righteousness, and all other things will be added unto you. Now sometimes people used to say that it's like just come to church on Sunday and praise and just have this sugar-coated thing and said amen and amen and we dance and we go, we just seeking. I was one day doing the satisfaction to one of the brothers or sisters. They were asking me questions. I was trying to tell them now how we seek God is like a gari. They just take, I don't know if I should call it grain. And just a grain or a drop of gari has been placed in a bowl that is full of sand. And they tell you, seek that very gari from the sun. Just the gari alone.
A grain.
A grain. Find it
In the sun.
from the sun. Now we seek God, not just come to church on Sunday. Moses experienced God in a different manner. But he said, Lord, this time around, if your presence will not go before me, I will not go. But show me your glory. Show me your glory. Seeking God in this year to expect the new things which the Lord is preparing for us, to expect a new chapter which he has been opening in our life, that we need to seek God in different dimensions, in different manner, with all our heart, pure, holy before him and him alone.
Yes. Amen.
You seek God in a manner in which you have not experienced him before. You cannot seek God in this new chapter of your life without praying, even a day. You cannot seek God in this new chapter of your life when holding the past within you. You cannot seek God in this new chapter of your life when having some bitterness within your heart. You cannot seek God in this new chapter of your life where you are living unworthy.
Hallelujah.
They know the commandment of God in the chapter 19, chapter 20. We know what the Lord demands and requires from us. But we come to church each and every day and we go out there and drink. Seeking God.
In drinking.
In drinking.
Wow.
They know what the Lord says. Don't do. When I was in the world, my best drink that I used to drink is Gouda. I used to drink Gouda, and I don't drink one or two.
Wow.
For me to be very tipsy in my work in the world, maximum 9 bottles is okay for me. I take 9 good bottles. Now to some of us that has been in the chapter 32, that can be there with me and find out that God is greater than star and bigger than star. If one can take 4 bottles of star, I take 9 bottles of gold. I was in my chapter 32 in the world. Trying to see God in different dimensions. And I graduated from 9 to different dimensions.
Hallelujah.
I thought I was top on the town. I was down in the valley.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I thought I was top among my guys. Then I tried to change my level.
Yeah.
Trying to see God in that dimension. There's a time I'll never forget that I got so dizzy, so tipsy, so down with these bottles and entered into the church on all-night service. Now went and sat at the front row, the front seat where we were sitting. And when the pastor preaches and come near to me, I try to bend down my head for him not to hear the fuse from my mouth. I was seeking God in a very bad dimension. We can't see God in this new chapter of our life, making dreams our Bible.
Yeah.
We cannot see God sleeping with somebody that you know is not your husband. You cannot see God in this new chapter sleeping with someone that you know is not your wife. But in all, God was so faithful unto me that He did not struck me from the front seat in His presence, but He had mercy unto my life. God is so faithful that what He has said concerning your life, He will surely and surely bring it to pass. No matter what the path may hold you, if you seek God diligently, with all your heart, with all your might, and seek Him like never before, you'll find out that without God, you are nothing. The Bible says in the book of John, the chapter 15, they say, you are the branches, I am the vine. If you abide in me, and I in you, the same shall bring forth much more fruit. But without me, you can do nothing. To somebody, this new chapter of your life, as you are seeking God, no, without God, you can do nothing.
Sanctify Him and use Him greatly.
You find out without God, you can do nothing.
Hallelujah.
I in you, and you in me. How can I dwell in you? Why should you sleep with somebody that you know is not a wife?
God bless you, sir.
And the most interesting part, you change the mind of the person, thinking that she has someone that she's going to marry to. You promise her marriage, that you tell her to be a baby producing machine. Seeking God with all our heart, in purity, in righteousness, in holiness.
Hallelujah.
Purged with His blood. Seek the gari in the bowl of the sun. It's not coming to prayer meeting and your hands being behind you And they will pray and you shout amen. You seek God with all your heart. Moses has experienced God. He has walked with God. He communed with God. But he said, hey God, if you don't show me your glory, I'm not going. He seek God in a manner that he has never experienced before. Amen.
Amen.
The third thing which I want you to understand, that always know that in your problem there lies the glory of God in it. In all the things that you go through in life, being in difficulties, being in hardship, in it there lies the glory of God in it. Amen. Let's just go from the 18 down to the 22 for me. From the book of Exodus, the chapter 33, where we just read.
From the 18. And he said, I beseech thee, show me thy glory. And he said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee. And I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will show my mercy on whom I will show mercy. And he said, thou canst not see my face, for there shall no man see me and live.
Amen.
Amen.
Moses said, go, show me your glory. And God said, no one can see my face and live. No one can see me and still be among the living. Because I am the living God, I am so holy. So Moses, since you can't see my face and live, because I want you to live and lead my people to the place where I prepared for them, to the place where I promised their forefathers I'm going to give unto them. You cannot see my face and live. But he said, just beside me, I'll place you on a rock. And in the rock, from the verse 21.
Verse 21. And the Lord said, behold, there is a place by me, and thou shalt stand upon a rock. And it shall come to pass, while my glory passeth by, that I will put thee in a cleft of the rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. And I will take away my hand, and thou shalt see my back part, but my face shall not be seen. Amen.
Amen. He said, I will put thee, I will let you stand upon this very rock. And in the rock, there's a cleft which I will place you in there. In other words, when God now calls you to stand firm in what you're going through, the Bible says so, that in Christ Jesus that we stand, and every other ground is a sinking sand. We used to sing, now God that we stand in every other ground is a sinking sand. Now he said, a place beside me, I'll put you on that very rock, that for you to be steadfast, sure in the living God. Amen. That even in what you're going through, still the Lord is in it with you. When the three Hebrew men were placed and were put in the fire, they said something I love so much. They said, oh king, what you have said is so good, it's nice, we will not argue with you, we will not make challenge with you, but we will not bow down unto this image. And they went again and said, even if the God that we serve will not answer us, we will still not bow down, O king, unto this image. That in what you're going through, if you don't bow down to what you hear, what people tell you, and you stand firm in the Lord and see that the glory of God is around your life, That is some firm in it. And you see the God of God is around your life. And the Bible says so. While they were in the fire, I don't know if Nebuchadnezzar was second down there. He was a poet. And he said, we placed 3 people in. By the 4th one, that is Son of Man. In your predicament, God is still in it. In your problem, God is still in it. In whatever that you're going through, He will never leave you or forsake you. He is still right there with you. Think of His own wealth, God is still in it. He was in the boat when the storm roses.
Hallelujah, Lord.
Thunder striking. And the master, I can't not will perish. He was still in it with them.
Amen.
Somebody always know that whatever you are going through, that the God of God is still around your life.
Amen.
Then the Bible says so, that I will put you in a cleft of the rock and I will cover you. God will never cause you just to stand firm in your problem. But as He put you to stand firm in your problem, He tries to cover you. That the mercy of God, which is everlasting, comes with covering. Amen. Now when God places you in a place of no hope, He covers you. Now people may see you and say, what you are going through, but you are still looking young and fresh. He said, I will put you on the road and I will cover you. When the Lord brought the people of Israel, the Bible says so in the book of Numbers that Balak and Balaam planned to do evil against the people of Israel. While they were on the mountain building 7 altars to offer sacrifices to destroy the people of God, God still covered them. If you see God in different dimensions with all your heart, that you know God is with you. In all, what they will plan against you, God said, I'll cover you. Amen. He will cover you. He said, I brought you forth from Egypt on my eagle wings. That's a covering. Now one day you just sit down and say, I don't know, I was sick, just now I'm okay. You may call it miracle, I call it the covering of God. Amen. That God will cover you and keep you safe from all harm. Our brother just gave testimony and said the car just hit something and the tie got loose. But in as much the tie got loose and the car hit something, he was not harmed. Amen. That was the covering of God. Amen. In the year 2008, where I was working, a truck just hit the place, and where the truck just got its end when hitting is where I used to sit. Now I was telling people that if I was sitting there by then, that by now that would be 33 or 39, 40, brain cripple, or by now I'm dead. But God covered me and took me out and placed me in a place that I may see this day. That's the glory of God. So in the rock, there's a cliff. Now put it in there and cover you. To some of my voice, you find that the Lord has been so good unto you. The Lord has covered you so much that you came in a lake with someone, you took the person, but in all, God still cover you.
I'm still alive.
You went and offered strange sacrifices way back home, but this morning, God is still covering you.
God is still covering us.
That what our forefathers laid foundation in our family, that's killing people. You and your generation are being exempted. That's the covering of God.
Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah.
There's mostly in Africa, there's some family that when you get to the age of 40, either you die or you get mad. And sometimes we oversee that 40 and we get to the age 41 to 50 and you say, and I pray and I pray. You did not pray, God just covered you.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
God just covered you.
Amen.
Because what He has said concerning your life need to come to pass.
Amen.
Not what they did in the family, and not your righteousness, and not your holiness, but because of the God of God has been so good and great in our life.
Amen. Hallelujah, Jesus.
Some their fathers are native doctors, but here you are not in that very position with your father to do that very deity's work. That's the covering of God.
Hallelujah.
God bless you. God bless you.
Hallelujah.
Now after the Lord has placed His hand before thee, He goes on and say, He said, I will cover thee with my hand while I pass by, and I will take away my hand, and thou shalt see my back part, but my face thou shalt not see. He said, I will cover you, that will pass by you, that when I move my hand, you will not see my face, but my back that you see. To somebody hear my voice this morning, when you wake up in the morning tomorrow, just know God has been there. January has been so rough unto you. February has been so rough unto you. Down to this very month of August, just know that September, God has been there. October, God has been there. November, God has been there. And December, He has been there. And He has been there before you get in there. God bless you. And be so good unto you. I'm done.